Once upon a moonlit night, in a forest shrouded by ancient trees and whispered secrets, a little girl named Emily wandered away from her family's campsite. They had come to this remote wilderness for a peaceful retreat, unaware of the eerie tales that whispered among the leaves. Emily, with her curious eyes and wild, untamed curls, had always been drawn to the mysteries hidden within the forest's embrace. As dusk settled like a thick blanket over the trees, her laughter echoed through the clearing, mingling with the calls of nocturnal creatures. But then, as darkness deepened, her voice fell silent. Her parents searched frantically, calling her name into the night, but only the rustling of leaves and the mournful hooting of an owl answered their cries. They stumbled through the underbrush, hearts pounding with fear, until they came upon a strange clearing they hadn't noticed before. A clearing bathed in an eerie silver light, as if touched by some spectral presence. In the center of the clearing, they found Emily's favorite doll, its porcelain face streaked with mud, lying alone on the damp ground. The air seemed to hum with a quiet tension, as if the forest itself held its breath, waiting. Days turned into weeks, and the search for Emily continued relentlessly. But no trace of her was ever found. Not a footprint, not a shred of clothing, not even a whispered rumor among the locals who spoke of the forest in hushed tones. Years passed, and the memory of Emily faded like mist in the morning sun. Yet, some say that on misty nights when the wind howls through the trees just so, you can still hear a faint giggle carried on the breeze. A giggle that dances on the edge of memory, forever lost in the mysteries of the forest. And so, the tale of the little girl who disappeared in the forest remains a haunting enigma, a story whispered among children and shared around campfires, a reminder that some mysteries are never meant to be unraveled. The years passed, and with each passing season, the forest seemed to hold its secrets tighter. Emily's disappearance became a cautionary tale for those who dared to wander too far from safety, a story parents used to warn their children of the dangers that lurked beyond the familiar paths. Yet, in the heart of the forest, amidst the towering trees and the dappled sunlight that filtered through the leaves, whispers persisted. Some claimed to have seen a fleeting figure, a small silhouette darting among the shadows. Others spoke of strange lights flickering in the depths of the woods, dancing like fireflies on a summer's eve. One chilly autumn evening, a group of adventurous teenagers ventured into the forest, emboldened by bravado and fueled by the allure of the unknown. They carried with them flashlights and smartphones, determined to capture evidence of the forest's mysteries. As they ventured deeper into the woods, the air grew colder and the trees seemed to lean in closer, their branches reaching out like skeletal fingers. The forest floor was carpeted with fallen leaves, crunching underfoot with each cautious step. The teenagers laughed nervously, trying to mask their unease with banter and jokes. But then, as they reached a particularly dense thicket where the shadows seemed to converge, their laughter faltered. A chill swept through the clearing, sending shivers down their spines. And there, amidst the tangled roots and gnarled branches, they saw it, a small, weather-beaten doll lying on the ground. One of the girls gasped, recognizing the doll instantly. It was Emily's doll, the very same one that had been found years ago in that spectral clearing. Fear gripped their hearts as they realized they had ventured into the heart of the mystery that had haunted their town for so long. Whispers rose among them, frantic and urgent. Some wanted to flee, to escape the oppressive weight of the forest's secrets. Others, driven by curiosity or perhaps a sense of destiny, pressed forward, determined to uncover the truth. As they pushed deeper into the forest, their flashlights casting long shadows against the ancient trees, they stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight. In the center stood a lone figure, a girl with wild, untamed curls and curious eyes, her face illuminated by a soft, ethereal glow. It was Emily. Time seemed to stand still as they stared at her, disbelief and wonder mingling with fear. She looked unchanged, as if untouched by the passage of years. Her eyes held a wisdom far beyond her years, and yet, there was a haunting sadness in their depths. Emily spoke softly, her voice a whisper carried on the breeze. She told them of how she had wandered deeper into the forest that fateful night, drawn by a mysterious melody that only she could hear. She spoke of strange creatures that had befriended her, guiding her through the labyrinthine paths of the forest. But as she spoke, a darkness crept into her words, a shadow that flickered across her face. She spoke of a price paid for her freedom, a price she could never fully explain. And then, with a sorrowful smile, she turned and disappeared into the forest once more, leaving the teenagers standing in stunned silence. They returned to their town, their minds swirling with questions and doubts. Some spoke of their encounter with Emily, while others remained silent, haunted by the knowledge that they had glimpsed into a world beyond their understanding. And so, the mystery of the little girl who disappeared in the forest continued to weave its spell over the town. A tale of wonder and fear, of secrets buried deep within the heart of the wilderness. And amidst the whispers and the shadows, Emily's laughter echoed faintly, a reminder that some mysteries are meant to remain forever unsolved. Months passed after their eerie encounter with Emily in the forest, but the memory of that night lingered like a ghostly presence among the teenagers. They found themselves drawn back to the edge of the woods, staring into the dark canopy as if searching for answers that eluded them. Among them was Sarah, the girl who had recognized Emily's doll. She couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to Emily's story than they had uncovered that night. Sarah spent hours poring over Old Town records and speaking with locals who remembered the disappearance. Each conversation added a new layer to the mystery, revealing fragmented tales of strange occurrences and whispered legends that dated back centuries. One elderly woman, Mrs. Finch, claimed to have known Emily's family well. She spoke of Emily's fascination with the forest and how the girl would often disappear for hours, only to return with tales of fantastical creatures and secret places. Mrs. Finch's own grandmother had warned her about the forest's ancient guardians, beings that existed beyond mortal comprehension. Driven by a mix of curiosity and a growing sense of responsibility, Sarah delved deeper into the forest's lore. She learned of a hidden grove rumored to be a doorway to another realm, where time flowed differently and the laws of nature bent at the whim of unseen forces. Some said Emily had stumbled upon this grove and had been ensnared by its enchantments. One stormy night, as lightning split the sky and thunder roared like an angry beast, Sarah ventured into the forest alone. Armed with a flashlight and a determination born of desperation, she navigated through the labyrinthine paths that seemed to shift and twist around her. Branches reached out like skeletal fingers, and the wind whispered secrets that stirred the leaves into a restless dance. Sarah's heart pounded in her chest as she neared the rumored grove. The air grew thick with anticipation, charged with a palpable energy that sent shivers down her spine. And then, amidst the turmoil of the storm, she found it. A small clearing bathed in an unearthly glow, untouched by the raging tempest around it. In the center of the grove stood Emily, her silhouette outlined against the shimmering veil that separated worlds. Sarah's breath caught in her throat as she approached cautiously, afraid to disturb the fragile balance that held Emily suspended between reality and the unknown. Emily turned to face her, her eyes luminous with a mixture of sadness and wonder. She spoke of her journey through the forest's hidden realms, of the friends she had made and the trials she had faced. She spoke of a choice she had made, to remain in this ethereal sanctuary where time flowed differently, where dreams and nightmares intertwined. Sarah listened, captivated by Emily's tale, her heart torn between empathy and fear. She understood now that Emily had become a part of the forest's tapestry, forever bound to its mysteries and its guardians. And yet, a part of Sarah yearned to bring her back, to reunite Emily with her family and the town that had mourned her loss. But as Sarah reached out to touch Emily's hand, a powerful force surged between them. A force that whispered of consequences and sacrifices, of worlds colliding and destinies entwined. Emily smiled sadly, her gaze holding a silent plea for understanding. With a heavy heart, Sarah withdrew, knowing that some mysteries were not meant to be unraveled, some journeys not meant to find their way back home. She retreated from the grove, leaving Emily behind in the embrace of the forest's secrets. As Sarah emerged from the woods, the storm began to fade, leaving only the echo of thunder in its wake. She returned to town with a newfound sense of awe and respect for the mysteries that dwelled within the forest's depths. And though Emily remained a ghostly presence in the town's folklore, her story served as a reminder of the delicate balance between curiosity and reverence, between the known and the unknowable. And so, the tale of the little girl who disappeared in the forest continued to unfold, a story whispered among the trees and carried on the wind, a story of loss and longing, of courage and acceptance, and of a bond that transcended the boundaries of our world and the realms beyond. Years passed, and Sarah carried the weight of Emily's story with her. Like a precious secret she dared not share. She grew into a young woman, her adventures in the forest becoming a distant memory overshadowed by the responsibilities of adulthood. Yet, the allure of the forest never left her. It beckoned to her in dreams and whispered to her in moments of quiet reflection. One autumn afternoon, Sarah returned to the town she had left behind, drawn back by an inexplicable pull. The streets felt smaller, the houses more weathered, but the forest remained unchanged, its ancient trees standing sentinel as they had for centuries. She wandered through the familiar paths, each step a dance between nostalgia and uncertainty. The whispers of Emily's tale followed her, carried on the rustling leaves and the soft sighs of the wind. Sarah found herself retracing the journey she had taken so many years ago, guided by a lingering hope to uncover the truth that had eluded her. As she ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, memories intertwined with the present, blurring the line between what was real and what was imagined. She stumbled upon forgotten clearings and hidden streams, each corner revealing fragments of a past she had tried to forget. And then, amidst the dappled sunlight and the shadows that stretched like fingers across the forest floor, Sarah stumbled upon a peculiar sight. A small mound of stones arranged in a circle, crowned with wildflowers that bloomed defiantly against the encroaching autumn chill. Instinctively, Sarah knew she had stumbled upon the grove, the same mystical gateway Emily had spoken of so many years ago. The air shimmered with a subtle energy, a whisper of secrets long held in the embrace of the forest's ancient guardians. With hesitant steps, Sarah approached the circle of stones, her heart pounding in anticipation. She knelt beside it, her fingers brushing against the cool surface of the rocks, feeling a connection that transcended time and space. The forest seemed to hold its breath, as if waiting for her to uncover the final piece of the puzzle. And then, as if summoned by her presence, a figure emerged from the shadows. A girl with wild, untamed curls and curious eyes, her presence ethereal yet unmistakably real. It was Emily, unchanged by the passage of time, her gaze filled with a blend of joy and melancholy. Sarah's voice caught in her throat as she whispered Emily's name, disbelief and wonder intertwining in her words. Emily smiled knowingly, her presence a testament to the enduring bond that had woven their fates together. She spoke of the years spent in the embrace of the forest's mysteries, of the lessons learned and the truths uncovered. But as Emily spoke, Sarah sensed a melancholy beneath her words, a longing for something left behind. A family, a town, a life that had faded into memory. Emily revealed how she had chosen to remain in the realm beyond the grove, a guardian of its secrets and a keeper of its lore. Tears welled in Sarah's eyes as she realized the depth of Emily's sacrifice, the price paid for the knowledge that lay hidden in the forest's depths. She understood now that some journeys were meant to be walked alone, their paths intertwined yet divergent, destined to follow separate courses through the tapestry of existence. With a trembling hand, Sarah reached out to touch Emily's cheek, feeling the warmth of her presence against her fingertips. They sat together in the circle of stones, sharing stories and memories that spanned lifetimes, their connection transcending the boundaries of the seen and the unseen. And as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the forest canopy, Sarah felt a sense of peace settle within her. A peace born of understanding, acceptance, and the timeless bond that had brought her back to this place. Together, they watched as the forest embraced them in its quiet embrace, a sanctuary of shadows and whispers where mysteries thrived and legends were born. And amidst the rustling leaves and the gentle sighs of the wind, Emily's laughter echoed like a melody, a reminder that some journeys, though fraught with sorrow and sacrifice, ultimately lead us home. As Sarah and Emily sat within the sacred circle of stones, the forest around them seemed to hold its breath, as if honoring the reunion of two souls connected by fate. Emily's presence, though ethereal, exuded a warmth that comforted Sarah like a long-lost friend returned. They spoke long into the evening, sharing tales of their lives since they last parted. Emily recounted her experiences in the mystical realm beyond the grove, of the beings she had encountered, each with their own wisdom and secrets, of the timeless rhythms of nature that governed that realm, where seasons danced in an eternal cycle of birth and renewal. Sarah listened with rapt attention, her heart swelling with a mixture of awe and sorrow. She spoke of her own journey, of leaving their hometown, of the struggles and triumphs she had faced in the years that followed, and of the persistent tug of nostalgia that had brought her back to the forest's edge. As the night deepened, they shared moments of laughter and tears, their bond transcending the boundaries of time and space. Sarah felt a profound sense of gratitude for the opportunity to reconnect with Emily, to glimpse into the mysteries that had shaped her friend's destiny. Yet, amidst the bittersweet reunion, a shadow of uncertainty lingered in Sarah's heart. She knew that Emily had chosen a path divergent from her own, a path that led deeper into the forest's secrets, away from the familiar comforts of their shared past. Emily sensed Sarah's unspoken thoughts and reached out, placing a hand gently on Sarah's shoulder. "I understand your questions, Sarah," she murmured, her voice a melody carried on the wind. "The forest has its own rhythms, its own truths. I have found my place here, among the guardians and the mysteries that dwell within." Sarah nodded, her eyes brimming with unshed tears. She understood now that Emily's journey had led her to a destiny beyond their childhood dreams, a destiny intertwined with the ancient pulse of the forest itself. Though their paths diverged, their bond remained unbreakable, a thread woven through the tapestry of their lives. As dawn approached, casting a soft glow over the horizon, Emily stood and extended her hand to Sarah. "Thank you for coming back, for remembering," she said softly. "Our stories are forever intertwined, carried on the whispers of the wind and the rustling leaves." With a lingering embrace, Sarah bid farewell to Emily, knowing that their meeting had been a rare gift, a glimpse into the mysteries of existence that defied comprehension. She watched as Emily vanished into the forest's embrace, her figure merging with the shadows and the dappled light. Returning to the town once more, Sarah carried with her a newfound sense of purpose and wonder. She shared Emily's tale with those willing to listen, weaving the threads of myth and reality into a tapestry that bound their community together. Emily became a legend, a guardian spirit whose laughter echoed in the hearts of those who dared to believe in the unseen. And as Sarah looked out over the town she had once called home, she knew that the forest's mysteries would forever hold sway over her imagination. For beyond its towering trees and hidden groves, amidst the whispers and the shadows, lay a realm where dreams and reality converged. A realm where Emily's spirit danced on the edges of memory, forever a part of the enchanted tapestry of their lives. Years passed quietly in the town nestled at the edge of the forest. Sarah continued to live her life with a quiet reverence for the mysteries she had encountered. She found solace in the simple pleasures of her community, cherishing the bonds forged through shared stories and enduring friendships. As time flowed onward, the tale of Emily became woven into the fabric of local lore, a story passed down through generations. Children listened wide-eyed to the legend of the girl who had disappeared into the forest and returned as a guardian of its secrets. A tale that ignited their imaginations and sparked countless adventures in the woods. Sarah herself became a keeper of these stories, sharing them with the same sense of wonder that had first drawn her into the forest's embrace. She watched as the town evolved, embracing modernity while still honoring its ancient roots. The forest remained a constant presence, its towering trees standing sentinel over the passage of time. Every now and then, on quiet evenings when the moon cast its silvery light over the land, Sarah would find herself drawn back to the edge of the forest. She would stand beneath the canopy of stars, listening to the rustling leaves and the soft murmur of the wind, feeling the echoes of Emily's laughter in the gentle breeze. She knew that Emily's choice, to remain within the enchanted realm of the forest, was a testament to courage and acceptance, a testament to the enduring bond between humanity and the natural world. And though Sarah had embarked on her own path, She carried with her the lessons learned from her encounter with Emily, a profound respect for the interconnectedness of all things, and a deep appreciation for the mysteries that lay beyond the veil of the known. And so, as the seasons turned and life continued its steady rhythm, Sarah found peace in knowing that Emily's spirit lingered among the ancient trees, a guardian of the forest's secrets and a beacon of hope for those who dared to believe in the magic that dwelled within. For in the heart of the forest, amidst the whispers and the shadows, Emily's laughter echoed like a melody, a reminder that some journeys, though filled with uncertainty and wonder, ultimately lead us to a place of profound understanding and enduring grace.